Hey everybody, based off of how well it was received yesterday with covering exercises, I figured I'd give it another go and do it again. Today I'll look at a basic exercise of hip extension. You know, you're looking at glutes, hamstrings. Hopefully you're not moving too much through your spine for this motion, because we want to emphasize glutes and hamstrings. There's some awesome videos out there. If you just Google Bret Contreras or the glute guy, you can see one of these exercises performed in there, the hip thruster. But if we go back to like the basics again, you know, you can change range, you can change resistance, and you can change stability. Okay, and so when you start looking at those three things, we'll look at one of the basic exercises is a bridge. Right, almost everybody will see this exercise in PT if you're going to a clinic where they just do a lot of exercise-based stuff and maybe not a lot of manual, or a clinic where you're seeing multiple patients at once. Just because it's an easy exercise to do and it's kind of hard to mess up, but it can still be done incorrectly. So we'll look at the bridge, right? Laying down on your back. Ideally, what I would tell patients to do is to brace your spine. You know, this is going back in the research now. You're looking at Stuart McGill, you know, used to have that hollow out maneuver where you really try to pull your belly button in towards your spine. The newer stuff that he's putting out talks about bracing your spine, almost pushing your belly out. On a side note, you know, I did powerlifting for a very long time, and that was one of the cues that we would do in powerlifting, was to put the belt on and then try to push your belly out into your weight belt to brace your spine, and it tends to give you more stability as a weightlifter versus pulling in. Stuart McGill on his website, I'm giving just a lot of free promotions here. Check out backfitpro.com. I'm sorry, I don't know Bret Contreras' website, but you can easily find Bret. And go all the way to the right hand of the screen on BackFit Pro. Sorry, I see the screen in front of me. Go all the way to the right hand of the screen and then look for articles, and you can read Stuart McGill's articles that are on there. They're written in layman's terms for the most part. He's got some good books out too. I mean, Stuart McGill, you know, a great guru of back issues. Anyway, so step one, what I would teach is to brace the spine. You can do that by pushing your belly towards the ceiling using your muscles, not using your spine, right? So you could do two different ways of doing it. And so you want to, you know, make your belly nice and hard, squeeze your glutes, and then step one from there is to elevate your pelvis into the air, okay? And you see how large that range of motion is, right? It's that Hawaiian sign, you know, the hey, what's up, bro? And then back down. And so the range of motion is only about that far, okay? So if I wanted to reduce the range, I could move my feet forward a little bit. Now, it changes the exercise a little bit because it biases the hamstrings a little bit more than the glutes, but it's still working that hip extension motion. And so if you don't have the ability, the range to actually get to that position, then, you know, you can bring your feet forward and you don't have to go as high, right? Now, little itty bitty, hey, how you doing, Hawaiian sign. And then the lowest level that you could do at this position is just, you know, squeeze your glutes. You don't go very far, but you squeeze your glutes, right? And so that's how you can change the range to regress the exercise, to make the exercise easier. To make the exercise harder, you can increase the range. And this is that Bret Contreras exercise. You know, if you come down here, this is a hip thruster. You're still going to brace and squeeze and then elevate. And now look at how much range you're going through in this position, okay? So that's one way that you could do this, is change the range of motion. Another way you can do this is to change the resistance. Funny story, but I won't tell it here. You can private message me for the story. But sorry, it just popped into my head. You can take a rubber band. Yeah. And again, this is stuff that I don't use all of this in the clinic, but these are the options that we have just for one exercise. You know, so we could throw a band around the waist, hands down on the plinth, and then the band will provide resistance into hip extension. Okay, you can use any sort of weight on your pelvis, bags of sand, weight plates on your pelvis. That's fine.
you can make yourself more, and so that's one way to add resistance to this exercise. To create the instability, you could throw something under your feet. You know, for instance, give me a second here, I might leave the camera angle, that's fine. You know, you could throw something such as foam pads under your feet. You could throw a Swiss ball. I'll actually use the Swiss ball because it's more likely you're going to see something like this. So give me a second, I'm out of the frame, not a big deal. I've got an ugly mug anyways. You'll appreciate the reprieve from seeing my face. And so, you know, you can take the Swiss ball. The Swiss ball changes a couple of things though, right? So one, Hawaiian side, right? You can see it's changed the range, okay, and it changes the stability because now I have to try to stabilize the ball as I elevate up. So these are just a few ways that you can change the common bridge to make the exercise easier or harder. Stay tuned. I guess some people really liked what I did yesterday with just breaking down the push-up and the squat, and even that wasn't really a breakdown. It was something that was just off the top of my head. And again, a lot of the stuff that I'm doing is just I'm thinking of it as I go. So if you have another way of changing the bridge, please comment below in the comment section. Or even better yet, take a video of you doing it and put it in the comment section. Absolutely love that. Like to meet new people, like to see new people, and the easiest way to do that is face-to-face type stuff. So I would much rather see a video than read a comment. Peace out. Have a good day.